Hey there, everyone. It's Michelle. And guess what? I am coming to you with day number 20. Ooh, yes, day number 20. We have almost completed 3 weeks of Leader of One preparatory. Yes, and I am excited. Okay, so let me get right into it. Today, I am going to be talking to you about concentration made easy. Now, I should have probably named this simple because ain't nothing easy about concentration. But yesterday I talked to you a little bit about the struggle of keeping momentum. And I'll be honest with you, after I got done, I had like the best working session. I was able to get back on schedule. I'm on schedule today. I have been on schedule. I've already done my steps. I mean, I'm having a good day. And I wanted to talk about some of the things that I'm personally using to be able to help me concentrate. So I kind of like brought some stuff up in here. But don't judge me. I just want to say that. Don't you judge me when I show you this stuff. But for what I have to do, because there's no one here to force me to do anything. I have to be the person that does that for myself. And thus, that's why we're doing this whole Leader of One project. Because I'm going to tell you, just like, what's that saying RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, how are you going to love somebody else? If you can't lead yourself, how are you going to lead anyone or anything else to do anything? And that's important because it starts and ends here. And as a leader, we take responsibility for the good and the bad. So there are no rescuers. There are no, people coming to bail us out or any of that kind of stuff. And because of that, we have to do what we need to do to be able to lead ourselves when it doesn't feel right, when the plan didn't work, when the money is not coming to you because you did a little something and the powers that be didn't like it. The market was like, nah, we'll pass, What are you going to do? And so it is all about us doing these kinds of projects to make sure that we build the muscle, the tenacity, the force, and the willpower and strength, dedication, diligence, consistency to be able to do this. And so this week has been about concentration. And I know you're like, well, Michelle, why didn't you start the week off with concentration made easy? And the reason why I say that is, I know you might be saying that, but the reason why I didn't do it is because guess what? I'm doing this just like you. I mean, seriously, you are seeing me real time. Fight for it, baby. Fight for it every day. When I don't feel like it. When I have to reevaluate. Is this doable? Did I bite off too much? Did I put myself out there in a bad way? All of those things. And so as I'm learning and growing, I'm showing you and hopefully you're coming along with me. And I just want to give a shout out to those people in the group who have been keeping me up to date on what you're doing. It's really helping me. I mean, we grow together and I am so freaking proud of you, amazed at what you're pulling off, amazed at your humility and being honest with what you are wanting to get done and it's not getting done and your candor and everything. So bless you. I wanted to make sure I said a shout out to you on that as well. Okay, so now with that being said, concentration made easy. So these are some of the things that I have been doing this week and I especially started doing yesterday and today to help me to get back on the good foot because I'm rolling and I'm like, yes, thank you. Well, now one of these is, you're going to be like, for real? Seriously, for real? One of them is really simple, and it was, and like I said, I have to write my stuff down, y'all. It was, do not take myself so freaking seriously. Seriously. There's this book, and I don't know if you haven't read it. It's Don Quixote, and it's not the one with the windmills. It's the one with the peyote and all of that, where this guy goes out into the desert and meets this shaman. And one of the things that always sticks out to me when I remember this book is the death advisor, the death that sits on the shoulder, the left shoulder, always reminding you that you are finite. Your day is coming. And I remember rereading it and talking about it in a grad school class that I really enjoyed. And I got a new perspective out of it. And I wanted to share it with you today. And that perspective is, do not take yourself seriously. Understand that you're going to die. Yeah. Everybody, that's one thing that we definitely know. If you were born, you're going to get out of here. You're going to die. Unless they come up with a way to defy it. But with that, because we know that, let death advise you on how to live. And part of that is, don't take yourself so seriously. Don't take anything so seriously that you become rigid and fragile, and fragile because you're immovable and you crack under any kind of pressure. You crack when anything doesn't go right. And I looked at, the first part of my day and I was like, you know what? Confession is good for the soul. And it's good for the soul because I owned it. I spoke it. And then I did something about it. And I was like, let me get some personal perspective. The other day when I talked about perspective, I talked about perspective being how you see something and perception on how you think about something. And so the first thing I did was to be able to concentrate. I pulled back and I was like, let me look at this a little differently. Let me get some personal perspective on getting my mojo, getting my momentum back. And that was the first thing that came up to me. My death advisor reminded me, you're going to die. You might as well have fun each day. Yes, you got a lot of stuff you're doing. Yes, there are a lot of things that have deadlines. Yes, there are a lot of reasons to do what you need to do so that you can eat, pay your mortgage and your grown people's bills. But in the meantime and in between time, fight for it if you have to. I talked about fighting for it. Fight for why you want to do this. Make sure it's a good reason. And it's not just so that I can, have income coming in or whatever. It needs to be fun. It needs to be something that I can leave as legacy. And that's what I'm doing. And so that was one of the first things I did. And that was to get my personal perspective readjusted, looking at it from a different angle and not taking myself so seriously. And the next thing, and I'm going to say this and you guys are going to be like, for real, for real, for real. I wanted to name this word, but it scares so many people and it shouldn't. It just really shouldn't. I have a daily schedule and I didn't hit that schedule on Monday and Tuesday beginning, but I quickly got back on my schedule in the evening and was able to get back on task. Now, one of the things that's on my schedule is this. It's not a candle, but it is, that smells good. It is meditation. Now, I know a lot of people groan like, I don't want to hear about meditation. But I'm going to tell you, if you want to make concentration easier, baby, you're going to meditate. Now, why am I showing this candle? This candle was given to me by a family member. Thank you, family member. If you're watching this, you know who you are. Thank you. I use them. See, I use them. I use candles for when I want to do an exercise of focus. And so what I do is I light the candle. I sit in my special place that I use for meditation. And I look at the flame and I work on how long I can focus on that flame and not let all of those thoughts just be running crazy. Believe it or not, doing that helps you to be able to build the muscle of focus and concentration. Something as simple as that. Meditation, to meditate on something is to think on it, to ruminate on it, to really focus on it and keep it in front of you ever so. Now, if you don't want to use a candle, you don't have to. I just find that when I want to really go in, now I've been meditating for so many years. I don't use a candle all the time, but when I want to when I want to sharpen, grow my ability to focus, I use that candle because I have something that I am focused on, and it's a very good indicator to give you feedback on how well you're doing with your ability to focus. So now, because of that, it helps you to concentrate. Believe me, it helps you to concentrate. Another thing I use when I'm working is I use music. If you look at my Facebook, I have Get Right music. I have writing grooves that I put in playlist. But I also have this app that I put on sometime, and it's called Brain FM. And what it does is it uses isochronic beats, which entrain to your mind to be able to get your left and right hemisphere, or for you guys, left and right hemisphere, working together to keep you more focused and to help you get into what is called the zone. And so you can do that. So say, for instance, you don't have brain.fm. Say, for instance, you don't want to stare at no candles, or any of that kind of stuff. What you can do is you can get beats, like beats, bass or drum. And if they are like, I know that's horrible, but I'm going to do it, just something, or even like drum and snare. That helps you to be able to get in almost a trance-like state, to get into the zone, to stay focused, to do what you need to do. And so those are some things. So let me recap so far, because I got one more and then I'm going to let you go. So first thing is to make concentration easier, reset your personal perspective. Don't take yourself so seriously. Remember, you got to live this life, and it might as well not be all clenched up and acrid and acidic and all this kind of stuff. The next thing is meditate. Yes, I know it can be a bad word. You can use candles, looking at the flames, to teach yourself how to focus, practice focusing on that flame, so that you can expand your mental and physical, because this takes everything. It's not just your mind. It takes everything to sit there and focus. And you can grow it that way. You can grow it by using music, beats, entrainment, using isochronic sin waves, whatever. It works. Okay? Now, the next, I said one, but I have two things. The next two things that I want to make note of. I talked about one of them a little bit the other day, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about it because I don't think people really understand. It is really hard to concentrate when your body is fighting against you. So if you're hungry, eat. Unless you're doing a fast, if you're hungry, eat. Listen to your body. Now I'm going to say this. If you're hungry, eat. But if it's emotional hunger, then you need to let it ride. One of the things that I learned, the big difference between real hunger and emotional hunger is that real hunger is gradual and it'll usually come in waves. So it is a buildup. It doesn't all of a sudden like, oh, I'm hungry. It's like, no, it builds up. You might be able to hear your stomach growl a little bit more than normal. You don't feed it, it goes away. Then it'll come back a little bit more, just a little bit, because that's real hunger. And it also is in flow with how your body is releasing hormones and that kind of stuff. Emotional hunger is suddenly. All of a sudden you're ravenous. You gotta eat. You're like, oh my God, I gotta eat. And with emotional hunger, it actually feels like if you don't eat, something bad is going to happen. So if you're getting that kind of hunger, that means that you probably need to drink some water. You probably need to meditate, breathe. Breathing helps as well, and deal with whatever it is that's coming up for you. Another thing about your body, your gut health. Gut health is so important. I talked a little bit about studies showing that everything is around the gut. There's a scripture from the ancient scriptures of the Bible that talks about out of the stomach, the issues of life flow. And it means so many different things, but your ability to concentrate is directly impacted by your gut health. Are you able to digest well? Are you constipated? Yeah, I said it. Are you constipated? Do you have irritable bowels? Do you constantly have things going on? If so, then I want you to make it part of this regimen that you're attempting to do with me to go get that taken care of. I forgot to bring them over here. Y'all hold on, I'm gonna get them because it's important, okay? Sorry, I know this is kind of show and tell today, but these are some of the things that I do for my gut health. So now I have fiber advanced gummies. I've shown this before when I was talking about how I eat keto. I like these because they don't have any sugar and they use inulin. And inulin is really good. And these are like, if you're diabetic, they're actually good as well. I'm trying to put that up there so you can see it. Okay. I like them because they have prebiotics in them, which is good for your gut health. Another thing, now I am not saying you need to go get this, but these are bitters. And what bitters are, they are bitter herbs that help your gut health. And it's, okay, let me see. I don't think you can see that. But they're just capsules and they're really bitter. They have nettle and some other stuff in them. And they're like that. Okay. But you take them for your gut health because you have to have good bacteria. One of the things I'm going to say, if you're phlegmy, a lot of mucus, blowing your nose and all that kind of stuff, take care of that. That stuff affects your ability to concentrate, affects your ability to do quality work. It's all in tandem with each other. So just realize that that is at work. Other things that you can do, ginger. I'm not going back over there, but I keep fresh ginger and I put it in my smoothies. I pickle it, not with sugar. I use a little stevia, just a little, and apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar. I buy it by the jug because it is so good for your gut health. So, having good pre and probiotics, getting nettle, you can look it up, herbs, bitter herbs for your tummy, having ginger, having apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, things that are going to help you get back to more alkaline. All that stuff matters. And you notice I haven't said anything about what you eat because it's not necessarily what you eat as much as it is how your body interacts with it, how your body handles it. Okay? Okay, so the last thing I'm going to say about concentration made easy, get it off your chest. So now, I journal. So this is my current journal. This is my current journal. And what I did was I just went and pulled some of the most recent ones that I have not destroyed yet, but I will be. So just know, family members, it's in my will. Don't let these get out. But anyway, here are some of my previous ones. You see they, and all I do is I just get cheap little composition books and I journal each day. And journaling helps you get it out. It helps you get it out because studies have also shown that if you get things out before you go to bed or when you wake up in the morning, and especially when you go to bed, if you write something good that happened to you, it will help your body process when you're asleep. So there are a lot of different benefits for this. Now, I am going to recap some of the things that I've talked about for helping to stay concentrated. And I'm going to tell you, if you are having resistance, if you're saying, oh, I don't want to hear that, I'm going to turn off now. That's exactly, this message is for you. If you don't want to meditate, if you don't want to look at your gut health, if you don't want to get it out in writing, and you notice, now I type for a living, I write books, but yet and still, I still write. Now this one is a financial one. I write down my financial journal here, but I still write every night and sometimes in the mornings. And I do that. And it matters because when you're doing, handwritten stuff, Handwriting is connected to the central nervous system, and the central nervous system is the involuntary, and it is one of the fastest ways to access your subconscious and to change subconscious factors. Not sleeping well, recurring dreams, write them out. Okay? So let me recap all the stuff that I said, because this is getting long and I don't want it to get too long. Concentration made easy means don't take yourself so seriously. Do a personal perspective where you change it up and you realize you got to live this life. You might as well do things that make sure that you have a good life. The next thing is meditate and do focus exercises. Get an inexpensive, now this one isn't inexpensive, but get an inexpensive candle if you have to. You go to the Dollar Tree and just get a candle and some holders, light the thing and sit down for 10 minutes and try to focus and increase your ability to focus on that flame daily so that when you sit down, you can do that. If you don't want to do a candle, if meditation and trying to hold a space steady for a while is too hard, use music or use repetitive beats. It can be drums, cymbals, or whatever. After that, work on your gut health. And you notice, again, I'm not talking about what you stick in your mouth. Yes, sugar. Don't try hard to decrease your sugar. But your gut health is most important because it is one of the biggest indicators of your success rate to get this done. Your body fighting against you is not going to be good. If you're full of mucus and histamines and phlegm, and if you're lethargic, if you are constipated, if you are not able to focus because there's lethargy in your body, your lymph nodes are impacted, your nose are swollen, it's not going to do one bit of good no matter how much you want to do something. You're fighting a losing battle. So focus on good gut health. Get you some bitters, gummies, fiber. I have psyllium husk. I have glucosamine powder. All of these different things to help make sure that I stay regular. And I'm going to tell you, you can tell. You can tell when you're fighting because your face will show it. Your eyeballs will show it. Your tongue will show it. Everything will show and give you signs of how healthy your gut is. So be aware of it. I used to have really dark circles. And no, I'm not wearing any, makeup. Got some lipstick on and stuff. But no, you can tell. And so make sure you do that. Get it out. Write it out. Journal it out, you guys. Journal it out. Don't go to bed with all the crap from the day. Do you realize that you can take 5 to 7 minutes and write a whole page freeform? And it does not have to be cute or pretty. And yes, you can burn them, tear them up, disintegrate them, shred them. It doesn't matter. Just get it out before you go to bed. And if you want to, you can do it in the mornings too. But make sure you do these things. So I hope this has been helpful for you all. And these are some of the things that I do and I remembered to do even stronger. And that is why I went from yesterday morning of like, ooh, to yesterday night like, I did the doggone thing. And even today. All right. So I'm going to see y'all, guess when? Tomorrow. If you want to become a part of the Leader of One project, the Facebook group link is in the description. If you are a sponsor, I want to thank you. If you want to become a sponsor for as little as $1 a month, the link is in the description there as well. Look out in the new year for some wonderful things with regards to Leader of One. We're going to be continuing to do this and growing it and doing some wonderful things to help all of us become self-managed, to be able to lead ourselves into the lives we want. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. This has been Michelle Spiva, day number 20. Woo! All right, be out there, get concentrated, and let's do this. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.